Hi there, this is Mr. Jones, and I'd like to help you to multiply binomials by using an area model. Okay, now remember, tiles can be used to represent variables and numbers. Okay, in general, we use a large square filled in blue to represent x squared. And you'll learn, of course, that if you want to have a negative x squared, you'll make the tile red, and red will represent negative with each of the various tiles that we'll use. A large rectangle represents 1x, and usually it's colored in green. And then a small square represents the number 1, and it's colored in yellow. And of course, if any of those are red, then they represent the negative of that. So a small red square would be -1, a red rectangle would be -1x, and a red square would be -1x squared. Okay, now suppose we wanted to multiply two binomials, 2x plus 1 times 3x plus 2. Okay, well, the steps that we want to follow right here. Number one, we're going to make a rectangle with the width having the dimensions of one of the binomials. Okay, so 2x plus 1. Notice that if this blue square represents 1x squared, then its dimensions are x by x. Okay, because x times x gives you the area of x squared. So if you want to represent a binomial of 2x plus 1, then you're going to take 2x, right, as twice the width of that square for 1x squared, and then 1 is going to be the width of the little square box that represents the number 1. Alright, then 3x plus 2, I've got the distance x. Of course, the rectangle, the width would be represented by 1, and the length would be represented by x. It has the same length as the square has width. So 3x, I make a length 3x is long, and then plus 2 would be the width of two little squares. 1, 2. Okay, well then what I need to do is complete the rectangle. I basically just make it into a rectangle and draw my lines. Where I have large squares, they're going to be filled in blue, and they're going to represent each of them 1x squared. Where I have rectangles, I filled those in green, and they're going to represent 1x each, and the smaller squares I filled in yellow, and they're going to represent 1. Okay, so now all I need to do is count each type of tile. Right, you can see that I have 6 large blue tiles. Okay, so that's going to represent, let's use blue for that, 6x squared. And then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 green rectangles, so that's going to be plus 7x. And lastly, I have 2 small yellow tiles. I guess we'll use red again. 1, 2. So that's going to be plus 2. And I don't have yellow pen, so I'll just have to do it with black. Plus 2. Okay, so the product then of those two binomials is going to be 6x squared plus 7x plus 2. And I could find the product by drawing a rectangle with a length equal to one binomial and a width equal to the other, and then filling in the rectangle and simply adding all the squares and tiles together. And that's the product, 6x squared plus 7x plus 2. Okay? Well, I think that should give you an idea of how to do multiplication of binomials using tiles, or an area model, I should say. So I'll urge you to work carefully and work well and use a ruler. All right? See you next time.